We've got a call from Philadelphia. Mr. Z, are you there?
Good morning, Larry. In fact, I have to ask right off the bat, are you still in Philadelphia? Or have you traveled elsewhere?
We've traveled elsewhere, but I'm back in Philly for a day or so and then back on the road again pretty soon. But with these wild markets, who knows where I'll be tomorrow? What can I do for you, my friend?
Yes, thank you. The S&P futures, of course, have declined modestly in reaction to the panic selling over in Italy. And I wanted to ask you specifically this question. If buyers show up in the next hour or two, what is the price and pattern on that E Mini S&P above which you would say, hey, this isn't bearish, I ought to abandon the short side? That's a very specific question.
2732 in the June S&P. If we close above there, away she goes,
Okay.
And below 2695, we'll probably head down. That's we've had all these ABCD patterns complete, John. It's such perfect symmetry. I haven't seen this in many years, but of course I don't follow stocks. I did happen to do all those big ones just to see what those numbers were, but my goodness, they're spot on. And even the Dow Jones hit the exact number. I mean, within 5 Dow points, it's something that's trading at 25,000. I mean, that's 0.999. I mean, I don't know if those ABCDs mean anything, but they've certainly stopped it last week. Whether that's going to continue or not, I don't know. And this is a full moon day, and we have red everywhere. Just even gold is getting whacked, and the euro has been hit pretty hard. But the euro is very oversold and is certainly due to have some type of a rally. But these markets are very scary. And then we hear what's going on with Deutsche Bank, and then I don't even know what's going on in Italy. I just heard it off of Bloomberg, just momentarily today. But their market was down almost 3% at one time in the stock market for Italy. But who knows? It might follow through here, it might not. But it held some pretty good support. That S&P hit the exact 382 at that 2696 this morning. The NASDAQ was actually much stronger, and the Dow Jones hit it also. So as we can hold those levels that we made last night and can rally from here, we certainly got a chance to do that. That is for sure.
Just to add to that observation of yours on the Dow Jones, matching the ABCD target almost to the point, in bisecting the United States stock market, the NASDAQ Composite Index, the New York Composite, and the S&P Cash have all done likewise. So the patterns are displaying this precision. So like you, I'm erring on the short side. And just lastly, yes, Italy's down 3% today, and of course Italy was open yesterday, and it was down 2.5%. So there's some real destruction going on over there, and of course whether it translates over here sustainably or not, I guess time will just have to tell us.
That's true. And not only that, John, we've got some pretty wild weather markets too. We had some terrible weather come in, and all November beans would make a new high by 1/4 cent. That's not very bullish action in my opinion. And also the December wheat went up and hit 588, which was the ABCD, also the 78% exact number, 588 per bushel in December wheat was the 78% level on the long-term chart. So I don't know if this is going to stop it or not, but we'll have to wait and see. But the weather is certainly bad. This is the hottest May that Indiana has ever had. My sister told me that she could never remember seeing that many 90-degree days, in a row in Indiana. But if they get a little rain, that'll help. If they don't, then these crops will start to burn up, and away they'll go to the upside.
I will, to that point, something I learned long ago from Tom O'Brien comes into play right here on those November soybean futures. Tommy had long utilized and written about and traded this concept known as going to ice, jumping a creek, building cause to take off. And that is manifest in the November soybean futures very clearly with 5 highs right around 1060, going all the way back to April 2nd. And of course, we backed off from that as of 8:45 this morning, which tells us something. There are sellers lurking right there. If, on the other hand, price gets over that level, that would be a signal to me to just get long in a large way. But right now, just flat watching against that 1060 mark.
I agree with you on that. That's for sure. That's the safest thing to do, because usually when the market doesn't react as violently with a weathery market like this, I mean, wheat only being up a nickel, given the fact that Kansas was burning up, was really a surprise to me. But wait and let the markets tell. It's still early in the season. This is just the end of May. We got all June, July, and August to play with the weather. So a lot of things can happen between then and now. I think on any big break, if we would happen to get one, they would certainly be buyers down there. I don't know what levels yet, but if they do get down, there'll be buyers down there just because of the fact that we're going to have more than one or two weather scares this year if we're this hot in May already. We're going to have Rich Anderson on this week, and he'll be able to relay some of the information from SIME only that we look at to see what's going on. It's certainly very, very hot.
Larry, thanks so much on that E Mini S&P guidance. We'll take it from there.
All right, my friend. Thank you, and always good to see you, John. And thanks for what you do for TFNN, folks. You're really a great contributor. You should listen to what this boy says. He walks the talk. Thanks a lot, John.
Have a good day.
You bet.